Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Sean Mormelo here. On my way to a gig this morning that's been booked for a while. And I just want to illustrate to you some frustrating things. We live at a time now where people that run establishments that have live music they place no value on live entertainment. And that's not the case. If you've got good live entertainment, you're setting the ambiance and the atmosphere, and it brings the establishment to another level. And there are people who appreciate that, especially people who are mid to older millennials, Gen X, and boomers and above. Younger people have very little appreciation for live entertainment, live music, because they came up with staring at screens, playing video games. But the older people who actually go out and have the money, by the way, appreciate it. But none of these corporatized establishments with these corporate managers and F&B managers and people who book the entertainment have any regard for the value of entertainment. It used to be that it was an integral piece of the pie. You know, you advertise entertainment, you set a mood, you have a place for it, you care about it. It's a big piece of what you're trying to sell. You know, the destination, the experience of a place. Especially you got a place right on the beach. You've got entertainment there. You've got a mood. You've got ambiance. You've got a raw bar. You've got specials. You've got good-looking and friendly fucking staff. I mean, it was a winning formula. I came up in those times, and now we don't have those. And the last possible thing they give a shit about is live entertainment. Case in point, I'm booked at a place, and it looks like it's kind of overcasty, kind of crappy weather. You know, they call for rain in Florida. The particular agent that books this place that I work for a myriad of reasons, and one of the reasons is he cares, he gets it. But this particular agent has a contract in all of these places that we either find an alternate location to play, or if they send us home, we get paid. It's always been this way for 6 years. He calls this newer place that I'm playing, which is actually an older place that I used to play over 30 years ago and beyond, but that was acquired by another company. Anyway, he said, the weather's going to be bad, I want to cancel entertainment. And the agent is like, that's not the agreement. These guys block out their time. They could book other places, and you know, the way we do it everywhere is contractually, you either have them play inside or an alternate location, or you pay them. And if you're going to be closed, you have to pay my entertainers. Well, he didn't like that, and apparently he hasn't gotten back to the agent, and they've been going back and forth. And so he just advised me to show up, like I'm ready to play, and if it's closed, the outside's closed, or they send me home, you know, he's going to deal with it. But I just had to rant because. Not rant, I just want to come on here and let you know that these things are going to happen. It's actually pretty rare in a place that has a lot of outdoor entertainment. It's actually the reason I work for this guy, this particular company, normally is the weather is not my concern. It's my concern if it's going to rain, because there usually isn't that much protection. I have to keep an eye on the weather, especially in Florida, because in 5-10 minutes you can get a thunderstorm. But if I'm canceled and they don't have an alternate location for me to play, I just go home. I'm being paid anyway, and it's good money. This particular F&B manager seems to want to go back on that, or doesn't know, or no, he does know, because he's like the head of all the F&B managers on the East Coast. He knows, but he's trying to get over on us. And you have to understand, if you let him do it one time, then all the other places will be like, oh, we're just canceling entertainment, I guess. You know, you did it down at one location, I guess it's like that everywhere. So I've been advised just to go down there and be ready to play, and you know, if they send me home, then the agent's going to work it out. But it's still frustrating, because I had to wait an extra half hour to try to hear from this guy, and I'm an hour away. So I'm pulling in on a wing and a prayer. But I want to let you know, sometimes these things happen. You know, you have to be paid for your time. Your time is valuable. If you booked a place and you could have booked other locations weeks and weeks or months out, and they cancel on you, that's not really acceptable. You can run your business how you want. I'm not running my business that way, and I never have. If I can't be paid, even back in the day when I was exclusively booking myself, and I was accused of being an asshole and a prick by some people, but I had to fight all the time. It really got tiring. That's why I use an agent nowadays, even though I've made videos illustrating that agents are pretty much fucking useless. My particular agent is not useless, but still frustrates me sometimes. But he's a good guy and gets it. But be that as it may, I always fought to be paid, because my time and your time is worth money. These are slots that you book yourself. You could be paid. You could have booked other places that were inside, that weren't weather contingent, even for less money. So if you show up someplace, you got to make sure it's implicitly in the contractual agreement. If you're trying to make a living, you should have contracts. It's got to be in the agreement that you get paid, or you at least get half pay. You get something for showing up, because the weather is out of your control, or natural disasters, they're out of your control. I've had hurricanes hit in Florida at the place, the company that I work for, and the resort that I work for has been closed. I've been paid anyway. I've been sent home more times than I can count because the weather was bad, and I've been paid anyway. So if you can get that situation, I personally wouldn't block out my time if I'm doing this full-time for a living, unless I know I'm getting something. If some emergency or situation arises that's out of your control and you can't play, you need to be compensated for that. All right? I mean, any other profession, if they go to work and there's some kind of issue, they are paid. If you block out a contractor and for whatever reason something happens or whatever and he can't work, he's paid. He's got to pay his guys. His guys showed up to work, they have to be paid. If you show up to work somewhere in an office at a job and there's some issue with the building or whatever, you're getting paid. They're not just sending you home and you don't get paid. It's ridiculous. Don't take that. Stand up for yourself. I know it's getting harder and harder to do because there's less value placed on live entertainment and entertainment in general. Yeah, this is I'm right along the beach here in AONA. This is nasty weather. It's really windy. It's not raining, but it is not a beach day. So I think I'll stop this video and I'll start it again and I'll update whether or not I'm being paid or what's happened, if I'm sent home or not. But regardless, I'm getting something for it because the agents, every other of the 11 or 12, maybe 13 venues that he books for this company around the state, the policy is we get paid if it's weather related. So if you're trying to do this for a living, whatever you do, however you set the tone in the beginning, determines the rest of your relationship with them. If you set your terms in the beginning that you get paid or you get paid something, it's hard to negotiate from a deficit and bring it up. I always hit them with higher. I told this particular agent as well, when a private event or a wedding wants to book me, my starting point is high. It's like 500. I told him once in a while, if it's a couple hours, I'll accept 400. And, so hit them with your terms. You can always negotiate a little bit, but if you hit them too low with, no terms, the bar is so low, it's impossible to bring it up because they already know they got you for, they got over on you. So I just want to come here and let you know what was on my mind about this particular situation. Know your value. You are valuable. You are an integral part of an experience at a venue, regardless of what that venue is, and regardless of what these no creativity, corporate-minded, numb, stupid dude bros think who book you there. You know, you're not, yes, you got to keep them happy or whatever, but you're playing for the people who appreciate it, whether it's unconscious or consciously. Know your value and stick to your guns and don't take any shit. All right, so the update is I went inside, I did what the agent told me, I showed up, and they're like, no, we called you out. We called the agent, we called you out. The manager called the F&B, the F&B called the agent, very perturbed, and the agent called me. But what the agent told me is these people are not used to dealing with entertainers. They don't know the deal, and he'll have a meeting and he'll work it out and set them straight. And I did what I am supposed to do. I showed up and I'm getting paid for it. So these are the politics. But sometimes there are times when it's good to have an intermediary between you and the property so you can get paid. And that's really, if you're going to have an agent, that's the value of an agent. And, you know, this situation, he's valuable for sure. He's valuable here anyway. So that's the update. I drove 43 miles from my house. I'm driving 43 miles back. But I'm getting paid $250 not to play. So sometimes this is what happens. So know your value. Know your value. Sometimes you got to put up with the politics and jump through some hoops. But in the end, it's business. Be a businessman.